Krishnan, welcome to NDTV. So
Thank
good
you.
to have you in India.
Thanks so much. Nice to be here. No better place than to premiere this story.
That's true. You've been here before. How's your experience been around?
It was a very memorable, albeit sadly very short visit that I had back in 2011 when we shot The Dark Knight Rises in Jodhpur. But I had an opportunity I brought my family this time, and we took a few days before arriving here in Mumbai to visit Delhi and Agra and Jaipur, and actually visit also the stepwell that Chris Nolan based one of the sets for The Dark Knight Rises on, and we went to see that.
You're such an established actor. This is a place where you just have to give your voice. Is this exciting for you?
Well, it's not just the voice when it's performance capture. That would be with the normal animation. I did that one time, well, two times actually. One time with an animated film called Pocahontas, and another time with Howl's Moving Castle. Very different. With that, you stand in front of a microphone, you're really just giving your voice. Performance capture, you are acting with the other performers. For me, that was Andy Serkis and Rohan. And, you have a camera rig that you have to get accustomed to that's surrounding your head at all time, catching every angle, lots of dots on your face. But the essence of it is once you overcome those superficial distractions, as you have on any live action film, which is multiple crew and cameras and bits of styrofoam and cameras, and learn just to be able to focus on the character and make everything else, the imaginary world, it's the same. It's the same thing. And then they go through the absolutely magical process of turning my face into a panther, or Andy's into a bear. And that's a really wonderful experience, and no better person to learn it from than Andy Serkis, who's done it so many times and is the sort of modern day master of performance capture.
Is this this is also a timeless story. It's been said so many times. When was the first time you watched Jungle Book?
I don't even remember the first time, but it was certainly the Disney animated one. I did read in school, however, I was a bad student, and when Andy came to me, I was, I vaguely remember having read that, but I never paid much attention in school. I've tried to educate myself since leaving school more, but I went back and read the book and saw that this was a very different interpretation. And it doesn't require liking one interpretation more than the other. I love the musical. I love Bare Necessities and that warm and fuzzy sort of fairy tale idea of what it would be like for a boy to be stuck in the jungle. But Andy tried to adhere more to Rudyard Kipling's original story. And that embraces the pure adrenaline rush that I think we all have, but kids maybe have it in a more raw state of just the joy of living wild, of howling at the moon, of being able to survive in the jungle, talk with animals, that absolute joy, and then seeing the consequences, and not only the nature of where do you belong, where do we land and feel like we're at home.
What stands out for you of the relationship between Bagheera and Mowgli? What stands out?
Well, he's like Mowgli's big brother. He calls Mowgli little brother, throughout. He's sort of a spiritual guide for him, as long as a natural protector as well. He's somebody who recognizes that man is the most defenseless of creatures, but they have a wisdom. There's this wonderful continuity where the animals are not able to look Mowgli in the eye for too long. And understanding, though, that when Akela, the leader of the wolf pack, dies, that Mowgli's situation will change. And that when he goes from being a man cub to a man, he will probably have to leave the jungle. And so the heartbreak of having to prepare him not only for learning the laws of the jungle, and it's not anarchy, at all. There are some animals such as the bandalog, the monkeys, Tabaki, the jackal, who have what they call the madness, which is sort of an anarchy. But learning the laws, but also knowing that he will have to leave at some point.
It's good that this film keeps coming back, this story keeps coming back for the younger kids to know about Animal Kingdom, right? Do you agree?
Yes, yeah, and you know, test of any classic is the various interpretations and the fact that each generation gets mesmerized by it.
Yes.
You know, and this is a really beautiful take, and this take also incorporates the fact that we as human beings are now able to control the destiny of
Right.
the jungle and of animals,
Right.
and how vital that is
Right.
if we have any sort of soul to speak of.
Great, fantastic. This is looking great, and I've seen it. You've voiced it so well, and great job, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
Hope you have a
you.
good time in India.
Certainly did, yeah.